This is going to be one of our first sort of mini series. So this year we're really going to start grafting our own queens and raising our own queens. We've obviously made quite a lot of videos in the past about buying queens in, obviously from Lawrence at Black Mountain Honey, bought some of his queens in. We're running some of Luke and Susie's at Northumberland Honey, some of their queens. They're all very good, but it's always worthwhile being able to rear your own queens and recognise some of the good traits that you may want. That's where it's helped out buying queens in, because obviously I brought in some really good genetics and some diverse genetics as well. It'll all help with the mating if you've got a good drone population, and in this area we are quite fortunate. So I'll go through the process that I do it. By all means, I'm not an expert, and feel free to put in the comments below how you do it and the things that I'm doing wrong. But hopefully you enjoy the video and we'll get straight to it. So this little nuke, I made Queenless at the beginning of the week. I'm going to use this as a cell raiser, but I've got to go in here now and just make things queenless. And they're probably not going to be all that happy that I'm coming in, but obviously I don't want any queens potentially hatching out and destroying queen cells. So you can automatically see straight away, it's probably obviously at me, and you'll probably tell throughout this video they will be just a little bit tetchy. I'll go nice and slow if I can. That's just a nectar frame, but you see they've got a little queen cell there. I don't think there'll be, oh there is. So we've got to dig out the larvae, and that's pretty much what I've got to do. But they're bringing in pollen, which is good pollen frame, which is what you need as well for your queen cell, by your queen raisers. And just carry on. Just got some at the top there. That's a queen cup. That's just a bit of wax. That's another queen cup up there. And that's all you're doing really. Obviously you need to make sure they have no chance of making a queen. They've got some old larvae in some of the cells there, but they're too old, they won't bring them on. Let's just go to the next frame. Makes it a lot easier if you shake the bees off. And again, you've got some old larvae in there. They could potentially bring some queen cells off them at the bottom, but just keep going through. Now we're getting to a couple more. A couple of queen cups at the top there, but they're nothing in. See the one at the bottom here though. That's got one in. Nice. Oh, there, larva. So they are definitely queen. I was starting to doubt myself there for a little bit. Sometimes if it's really early in the season, they might not necessarily bring queen cells on. A few years ago, when I was reasonably new to beekeeping, my hive was pretty queenless. Very early on in March, I couldn't see any eggs or anything like that, and it just confused me why they didn't bring on any queen cells. But apparently if there's no drones at the time, then they probably won't. So we've still got some young larvae in the corners down here. So you can see young larvae in the corners, different stages, and as they get older and older they turn more into a C shape, and then eventually they get quite big grubs and they take up the whole bottom of the cell. And again we got some pollen and nectar, and that'll do. So this is effectively ready, but considering I've got the oldie larvae, which, well, the younger larvae, should I say, the smaller C-shaped larvae, they could, if they wanted, bring cells off that. So, but it's not going to stop me grafting into here. I just will potentially have to just go in and make sure that those haven't they haven't turned those into cells. So the next job is to go into my breeders and take a frame of young brood out and start grafting eggs. So that'll be the next part of the video, and we'll get on with that now. Right, so this is our chosen frame. You can see it's a nice young larvae in the bottom of there. It's just difficult to get the camera to focus, but you can see just got to get the ones that are just to say turning into a C shape. So by the time we've got them out, you can see a little young bee getting born there. I feel bad now. So we'll get set up and try and work as quick as we can. Right, so hopefully you can see all right there. So this is some larvae from our dark bees, what we're calling the pure Yorkshire honey queen. And that bee's now fully emerged. I just need to find the right size. The suit's strangling me. Hopefully you guys can see still. See, I'm going to put these into the blue cups, and then I'll put the Buckfast into the red cups as well. So that's 2. Let's see, eggs. You sort of got to follow the egg trail, and then you'll have the young larvae that's just hatched out. That's quite a young one, I think. They nearly look like a comma. Yeah, and the younger the larvae, the better, really. So these are the ones that we got. See if we can get some. You just see them in the bottom there. Very small. And you can see the slight serrations in the larvae there. That's where they breathe. So they've only got them on one side when they're this young. So if you have them upside down, they will actually die because they won't be able to breathe. You can see they're just so comma size. I might not have got the right age on every one. I think there's one in there. There is one in there. I can see it's just not coming up on camera that clear. You can see that's quite young. They're all pretty young, and like I say, these are going to be the pure Yorkshire honey queens. And then I'm just going to go out to the apiary, put this frame back in to the donor colony, and then I'll grab the other frame. This is from our Buckfast colony, our F1 Buckfast colony. We just want the ones that are just to say hatched open, and we'll put them in the red cups. So this is partly the reason why I do videos, is to actually remind myself what I've actually done in the first place. Get a bit of a scale off the cell. So that's some more I got off there. I've got a little bee wondering what I'm doing as well. So we'll have a look on the camera. So let's see if we can get some focus on. Yeah, we've got one in there, one in there, one in there. You can see that's slightly old, a bit more of a C shape. That's more of a comma shape. There's one in there. Some of these are really, really tiny. And obviously we've got them in there. So you can see the larvae in there at different stages. And it's just trying to find the right age. You can see there's some eggs in there. Tricky, but good fun, especially when it works. Right, we've got to work quite quickly now. I'll get this frame back in the hive. So we've got our grafting bar, which has got 6 dark queens, 6 Buckfast queens. Make sure these are in. So chances are they might form like that. Be interesting to see what happens with that one now. If the larvae's been dislodged. Oh well, all we can do is try. Hopefully the bees will start building propolis around the edges, and we'll put them next to the add some food, move that along. And put these onto there, just in there like that, into there like that, next to this outside pollen frame that we checked before. That'll do. I might check it in a few days' time, just to make sure they haven't started any other queen cells. I'll do that just to try and get the bees off the top ridge. And then that's it, that's the first part of the grafting done. All we can do is wait and check in a few days. Right, let's have a look and see what queen cells we got capped off. Hopefully you can hear me okay, as we got the bobcat running in the background, just sorting out some wheat. Just crack that off and crack that lid off there. Just careful that your bars aren't stuck. So looks like they're bringing in, got some good weather all of a sudden, so I'll probably just have to get this frame out of the way. Oh yeah, that's heavy. That's all obviously just come in this week. We've had a good bit of weather finally. Let's see what we've got here. So just make sure we got all in shot. So it looks like we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the pure Yorkshire queens, and then we've got 1, 2, 3 of the Buckfast. It's not too bad. I'm happy at that. With these queen cells, I'm going to probably pop them into little happy days, little mating nukes, so I'll probably do a separate video on this. So for this video, just grafting for queens, I think that's it. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe and like it. Appreciate you watching, and see you next time.